Support LaneSide. Get something cool. All right, here we are down on the lanes with our resident two-hander, the bearded beast, the mustachioed impresario, if you will. And we are looking at a brand new line from Brunswick, the new Alert. Oh, yeah, that one's got me on alert. Now, this is a brand new core, the Alert core, at 2.478 037. This is a low differential, low RG symmetrical. We would usually see these in the benchmark area, and as we bowl here on our easiest of easy house shots. But this is a lot more than a benchmark. I threw that ball from where I throw my benchmark, where I throw my Turbo X, and this had a lot more hook. So we're going to make a 10-board move left, because we want to keep this on the right side of the head pin here. Ooh, oh, wow. Look how much that hooks. So let's talk about this ball, this new benchmark. This is from their all-purpose line, wrapped in HK22 Savvy Hook Solid. Now, if Savvy Hook sounds familiar, it was most famously used in the jab line, and it always performed with a smooth and controllable shape for that cover stock. Whether it was a pearl, whether it was a hybrid, whether it was a solid, it always had that characteristic. It was very smooth and controlled. Well, this is the first time we're seeing the solid in HK22, finished at 500, 1,000, 2,000. So we've got everything lining up here to be a benchmark ball. But this new core cover combination, it hooks. I had to move, as I said, we're about 10 boards left of where we started, playing in the heavier oil. This ball is designed for medium, I would say medium to heavy oil, just because of the cover preparation and how strong the HK22 is on this. Now, I have loved me some jabs over the time. I've loved me some melee hooks, and melee crosses that we've seen the Savvy hook and different formulations of the Savvy cover stock on. So I was pretty excited to see it come out once again, and this time with HK22, because I knew it was going to give me something that was very, very smooth. That was smooth. So just like any benchmark ball, you do have to be careful. It's not going to be a ball that you, quote-unquote, want to hook the whole lane with. The lower differential ball means it's going to flare less, meaning it's going to be flaring over the oil a little bit more. It's going to create that length for you so that you can keep the ball in front of you rather than trying to hook the lane, try to create a lot of lateral motion, a lot of boomerang motion. This is a ball that's going to be smoother, straighter in front of you to control the lanes, especially on the fresh oil. This is the kind of ball that's going to create friction for you just by absorbing oil and then make it easier for you to go to something like the new Energize later when you need to open them up. You can see there I've moved again, and this thing really just seems to hit. Now, this is Dynamicore, but not dot, which is kind of interesting. We've seen a lot of dot balls come out lately. But this new core is a regular poured we'll call it a top down, a pin down core, but it does have Dynamicore, which, as you saw in the last shot there, does mean it affects the hitting power a little bit. It increases that coefficient of restitution of energy, so you get a little bit more energy at the pins and a little bit more pin scatter. Because you can see now my pocket is huge. I went from 10 boards, 15 boards. I have an area I can miss. I can pull it in a little bit, and it'll hold for me in that heavier oil. And I can miss right, and it'll still get back without overhooking. The only thing, my only concern with this ball is the fact that they tell you it's for medium conditions. To me, this is a heavy oil symmetrical. This is something you want when the pattern's going to be 42 foot plus, where you don't want the ball to change direction really hard down lane, but you still want it to be able to see the lane, see the friction through the oil like that. You can see I moved back in just a little bit there and straightened it up, cut down on my rotation so I could roll it forward. That's the kind of look that I want when I'm playing on something longer. And I really think that's where this ball looks its best. You can see there, just smooth, very controlled. I think if you are looking for something for your tournament bag, especially for longer oil, this piece is going to be really good for that. For you higher rev players, as you can see here, I'm throwing my Turbo X. For you higher rev players on the house shot, this ball may end up being a lot more motion than you're expecting. Because it is low differential, it's going to store a lot more energy because it's not flaring as much. It's not going to use as much fresh cover. It's not going to slow down as fast. So it might be a benchmark plus for you high rev players. You can see here, they have roughly the same motion, just different launch angles. There were about 8 boards apart. Went through the pins very, very well. You can see it here from the low level again here on our easy house shot. Here's our Turbo X, and you can see it's very smooth. Stays in the oil pattern for most of the shot there. Just seems to tip out into the friction, and as it does, it doesn't jump left. It's very smooth through the friction. Here we are with the alert, and you can see it is deeper. It stays in the oil longer because it is much stronger. So, if you are looking for something to complement your benchmark ball, if you need that strong, symmetrical for your longer patterns, if you have a low friction house, or if you just have a lot of volume, I think this alert is going to fit into your bag really well as a piece above your benchmark and something that you can go to get the ball to read when you need it to on those long patterns. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, we'll see you LaneSide.